Hey guys, so Blender 2.82 is finally available. So let's see how to update it. Personally, I prefer using zip version, so I will click on download. I will click here, and I will choose the Windows Portable Zip version, and I will download it. Once the download is done, place the zip where you want and just unzip. So here, extract here. As you can see, I have a lot of Blender version, and that's why I prefer to use zip. I can test many versions as I want, and this is pretty easy. If you want to make a portable version, if you want to make your version you will put on a USB key, enter here in 2.82 you just have to create a new directory named config, and that's it. Every setting will be inside this folder, and you will be able to place your Blender where you want. So this is not what I want to do on this one. I will just launch the software. So once Blender is open, you will have this splash screen. You can choose the settings you want. I will personally choose Blender, left, tool, because I don't do animation, and for the theme I will choose a dark theme, but I will add my own, and because I'm old, it's better to have something dark. And for the settings from the 2.81, you should not use it. Why? Because the devs change some settings, name, change some possibility, added more possibility, etc. And if you choose to use the previous settings, you may have some conflict. So it's always better to use a fresh new install and to make a fresh new settings. So save the settings, and that's it. Now I will go in Edit, Preferences, and I will make some changes. Since I'm using a 4K screen, I will press 1.2. I really dislike those big line width. I will choose thin, and I would love to be able to remove them completely. So, could be nice. I don't want this splash screen, I want the tooltips, and if you want, you can translate the tooltips only in your language, like that. When you will use it, you will have the information, not all of them, here, as you can see. So, keep Blender in English, always, never translate Blender. This is a bad idea because you will not be able to follow tutorials, but you can translate the tooltips. That will help you to understand what the tools do, and if it's translated, it will be correct, as you can see. So for this, I will not do it, later I will do it. Okay, so since I'm making add-ons, I will activate Python tooltips, developer extra, and this one if you can show a large cursor. So I don't care. The overlap here is for the end panel, but as you can see, if I do this, I cannot see my settings anymore. So the dev doesn't want to keep it on top, so I will have to use a software. So I will do this, and it will be really better to have it keep it from top, and like that I can see the settings. So the region overlap is this, just as that. So it's really up to you, but weirdly, as you can see, that change the focal of the view. Ah no, it's okay. So I don't use it. You can use it if you want. The corner splitting, this is the possibility to click here and to do this, to remove the part you want, or click here and to do this if you want. It's really up to you. If we continue, you have the navigation control, this one. I don't care, I don't want it. Here, the color picker, I like the HSV, so you can choose the circle HSV or the square HSV. Why HSV? Because most of the time when I change my settings, I will change it with this and not with this. I will choose, for example, the color, like that. After, I will deal with the saturation, like that, and after the value, like that. So for me, this is the best. You can use this one, or you can, if you want, use this one, and you will have what you want. I prefer the circle HSV. I said hop, and this is nice. So I will not show you every settings, I will just show you the settings I change, because I don't know every settings, and most of the time I don't need to change a lot of things, so like that. You can check what you can do, you can check every settings, it's the best in fact. After you have the text rendering, you have the heating. The heating, if you change it, you will have the text maybe not great, etc, etc. So it's up to you, depending of your screen. Choose the value you want. You can install a font, etc, etc, but I don't care. For the pie menu, I really dislike the animation timeout. I will just change the values to this, because my screen and with this value is correct, and the other part I will change it if necessary. For the theme, if you have a theme, you will be able to install it. And personally, I will pick in my 2.81 version, so I will copy this, I will click on install, hop, come here, I will do this, boom, and choose the one I want to install, and that's it. It was on this one, I will select the other one, and that's it. I have my personal theme. And we will continue, we will remove this, I don't want this one, hop. So let's go to the viewport. You can activate or not the Playblast FPS. You have the object info here if you want to keep it, view name. You have the gizmo. This is this one, but right now, as you can see, if I change it, that will not change it. And I will personally use the simple axis, and I will change the size. Normally, it's this one. So the gizmo size, the gizmo size normally is, I think this is this one. Yes, I was mistaken. So the gizmo size, use the one you want. I rarely use the gizmo, so I don't care. HDRI preview size. This one is for the diameter of the HDRI sphere. I think this is when you are here and you activate the viewport shading, and normally I should have two spheres here. I don't see them. Do I need to activate them? No. It seems not. Up. You can also install your own HDRI, your own matcaps, etc, etc. So let's continue to the viewport. Simple axis here for the size, the maximum size. For the brightness, let's set it to 10. Yes, it's correct. For the quality of the viewport, I will keep to 8 sample, 4 sample. For the texture, I will not do anything. And here, I will keep it like that. It seems to be correct for this. For the lights, like I said, you can install your own HDRI lights. You will have them here, as you can see. You can install your own matcaps. You will have them here. No, here, my bad. You can install the one you want, and same for the HDRI. In fact, this was Studio Light, as this Studio Light is Studio Light. I prefer using matcap, honestly. I don't like the settings, those settings. Matcap are better. For the edition, I will not do anything on this. Where is the undo? It's not here. But here, no. If you want to enter in edit mode when you create an object, you can activate it, but I don't like it. And for animation, I don't care. For the add-on, we will see later. For the input, normally they should have removed the emulate numpad, but don't use it because no, c'est emulate 3 button. So no, maybe this is this one. I don't know if they change the name, but the emulate 3 button, yes, this one is here. Don't use this one. You can use this if you want, but don't use this emulate 3 button because you will not be able to use some add-ons that use Control, Alt, and Shift as button to make different action. You will not be able to use them. So the continuous grab, I like it, release confirm, like it, everything is correct, no need to change anything. So here, same, I don't change anything. For the kemaps, you can use tab for the pie menu and drag if you want, you can have some information. it's up to you. Extra shading, it's up to you. I will add my own pie menu, but I will just add this one. And tool, correct, select all toggles, no, it's nice. System, let's see. Undo, I will put 100, like that. I will choose CUDA, I will choose my card and my CPU. I cannot use optics, as you can see, sadly. And for the rest is correct. Save and load. You can autosave the temporary file. It could have been nice to be able to not rewrite the current version, like on Maya, make a new version, etc. But it's not possible. Don't activate auto run Python scripts. It can be dangerous if you download a script with malware, etc., etc. Okay, so file and path, and I wanted to change something else. Where server version, save, relative path, no. I don't want to save the .blender1, blender2, etc. So it's not there, but I will remove the save prompt. I don't like it. Okay, maybe it was in system, but I don't think. Global undo, normally it's in save and load. Maybe in the interface, no, normally no. Experimental, I have nothing, so I don't know why it's there. And here you can set up, for example, if your scripts are in a different directory, you can set up the script for your add-ons, etc., etc. It's up to you. So weirdly, I don't see the blend 1, 2, 3 recent files. Maximum number of recent opened files. This one is interesting. Let's put it. Yes, I like this. That will save a lot of time. Save preview image, load UI. Load UI is when you will open a scene from someone else that will load his own UI. Sometimes it can be really difficult because people don't make the UI the same, and you can be lost in the UI of the other person. So when you open a file, you have the option, so keep it like that, and when you open a file, you have the option to choose if you want or not. So I think it's okay. Let's see for the add-ons now. For the add-ons, I will activate some, and after I'll install my own. So let's press F2, like that. Activate it. I like to have the auto grab, so this is correct. Let's press B surface, like that. Node wrangler, up, like that. You can also come here and choose what you want. You can check the ones that are already enabled, and you can remove them. For example, I don't use STL. I don't use this one, I don't use this one. Export UV layout, yes. BioVision, no. I don't know why they keep some like that. This one, no. GLTF, yes. Bsurface, Node Wrangler, Cycle. So this is the one that are installed, activated. So this is correct. After, you can come and check here in each category if you want to activate one or one other. For the curve, I don't know if they added the export Maya curve. For the add mesh, Archipack. If you want the best version of Archipack, this is the previous version, and the new version is updated all the time by Stefan, and this one is really good. So animation, I don't care. Camera, don't care too. Development, yes, moi, I want icon view, and edit operator source. I don't know this one. I will activate it. Import export, if you want to export, etc., some other model, type of export. USD, they said we add USD. I'm not sure we have it here. Let's check USD. No. And if I press file, move, file, export, and do we have USD? Yes. Okay, I'll test this later. So let's continue. Interface. No, copy attribute menu. This one, you should use it. It's really useful. When you copy an object, you can copy this. If your object has modifiers, you can copy the modifiers. You can also, for example, you make this. You can press Ctrl C and copy the location, rotation, scale, etc. So this one is a must-have, and you should use it. Modifier tools, no. For the materials, no. For the mesh, activate auto mirror. I will choose tools. No, I will keep it in edit, like that. Okay. Bsurface, edit mesh tools, check what you can do with it, and you will you can test them and disable them if you don't want to use it. Loop tools, yes. Snap utility line, yes, but I need to test it if it doesn't crash Blender, because most of the time it crashes Blender, but this is much better than the knife tool. So it's really up to you. And for the nodes, not preset, not arrange, object, align tool, bull tool, curver, scatter, no. Paint, nothing, render, nothing. I don't activate a lot of modifier, add-ons in fact. Sequencer, system, Blender IDE authentication, no. UVs, Magic UVs, text tool is really useful, and that's it. It's correct. I don't like to use this. I will just press here, save preferences, and that's it. So now let's set up house scene. I personally like to have my own settings when I create a new file. First, I don't like to use this and this, so right click here and show tool settings, and this is much better here because the options are here if you want to use them. Okay, let's remove all of this. Let's maybe keep the first cube like that. Let's remove the this one. Let's place our object here. Let's choose the proper action. This is the tweak. I want to use the tweak. Here I want in view to change the focal length. I will choose 75. It's not bad, 75. For the end, I will choose this. After, if you don't want to use some parts, you can hide them. If you want to do, for example, this, you can choose everything you will see open or close. You will be able to save them. So choose the one you want. After, come, for example, here. The settings, choose what you want for the settings. Let's see, 44, 64, my bad. This, screen place, activate some shadows. Let's see. I like to use Eevee as a primary render engine. Could be nice to be able to have both. Normally, if I choose cycle, change the settings, I come back to Eevee, that should work. So, first I will just play with Eevee. Color management. Let's use the medium contrast for the filmic. Should be enough, should be enough, should be enough. Let's select one object. He already has a color. Let's remove the saturation of this color and the value. 0.8 should be nice, like that. Okay. Here. Most of the time I come here, so I will keep this one, and I like to have the custom properties because I use it a lot. Do whatever you want, select the settings you want, hide the parts you don't want, for example the output, I don't use it, etc, etc. So once you are okay with this, press this, you will just press File, Default, Save Startup File, like that. So if, for example, I have a new file and I want to start a new one, This new file will use the settings I added. So first, let's come here and let's some change for the part I use the most. Most of the time I use layout and scripting. The other part I can remove them if I want. And I prefer to have the info here, and at the other one, this one, I want the Python console, like that. And let's move this here, let's move this here. Here you can create text new and directly press import bpy. Hoopla. My bad. bpy. I don't know when we create a new file why they don't add the import bpy, because we have to do it all the time. And that's it. So here I have the icon views. I can move this like that and press N to hide it. Ah no, it was Ctrl T. No, Ctrl T. Up. Aha, my bad. Yes. When you place your cursor and you press here, if you are here, that will not work. And this is really annoying. So the scripting, I don't really like to use this one. So remove it. Let's move this one a little. Come where I need to use it most of the time. Here, here. And that's it. Come here, layout, file, default, and save startup file. And that's it. Your Blender is set up as you want. And you can do the same. You can select, for example, the matcap. Yes, one thing we will change, you will see this will be interesting. Select this edit mode 3. I really dislike to use the base settings. And we'll go in Control F or right click. Normally I should have it's Control F maybe. For the normals, même pas. No, it's in mesh. Normals, let's flip this one. Okay. So I made this, my bad. I need to install my own PyMonus. I made this because in the add-on preferences, in the theme, normally in the 3D view, you can now, you have the face orientation. Let's press Ctrl F12, like that. You can, when you activate the, not this one, it was this one, the face orientation, you have this, okay? But you just want to see the reverted face. You have the red and you have the blue. What you can do is to remove the blue. So you have the face orientation here, let's put the alpha to 0, and boom, you have this. And same for this one, you can change it if you want, make it, you can make it black also. You value, yes, you can make it black like in Maya if you want. I like to use the red. Up, I will just decrease 2.8. And that's it, I will save. And now, if I I work and I keep this, hopla. Let's remove this one, let's remove this one, Shift A, cube. Let's keep this one activated, okay? And when I save my startup file, like that, if I create a new file, normally it's activated, and if I have a face reverted, so normal flip, I should have the proper results. And like that you will see if you have some reverted face, without having to have the blue face, etc, etc. So that's it. Now you can install your own add-ons. To do this, this is pretty simple. Add-on, install from file, here, and select the zip file or the .py file, and if the add-on is in zip, never unzip it, just click, select the zip and activate it, and you will have your add-ons, and you will have what you want. So that's it. It was a little long, but just like that you know how to update your Blender, to have a new version and to be able to do whatever you want. See you later on another video. Bye bye.